Welcome in, everyone. My name is Casey, as always, and again, welcome to the Paperhats server. This is episode 20, and I wanted to make this a special one. So I've had a lot of people asking for a server tour, so I figured I'll just go ahead and make one for my 20th episode. I know 20 isn't a big number, but it is even, so we'll give it that. You guys may have never seen this spot or really noticed it. I'm sure you've seen it, but this is the original spawn point here. This is where, when we first loaded up the world, we were standing somewhere around here. I think it was maybe here or something, but yeah, this is where it all started. Now, this back here used to be a forest. And of course we've cleaned that out, and the first few things that were here, first of all, I'm going to show my starter house. This was my starter house. I started with just what you see in this room, and then I went down here and made a basement. I had my first storage system, and there's still a few things in here, not very much useful though. From there, I made this little workstation. I went down here, made a secret door. The redstone's not very good, to be honest. It's not very secure because you can, there's like 3 or 4 things that you can, or 3 or 4 positions that you can change this to open the door. But this used to be my riches vault, and since then, Kelsey's been keeping her stuff down here, and to be honest, I really don't care, so she's welcome to that. I also added a garbage can that you could put stuff. That's basically it. Oh, and I forgot the cat room. I made a cat room where I named a few of my Twitch followers and everything. So, yep, there was that. Oh, and the nice fireplace. But the next thing that was built was Chris's house over here. Chris was on the server for probably 4 or 5 months, and then he had to leave due to reasons. But he built this house. We've since sort of taken a few things, and apparently somebody's put chickens in here. But that was his house, and then for a couple of weeks, in the first few days of the Paperhats server, we had someone called Mr. Quacks join. I didn't know a lot about Mr. Quacks, but he enjoyed our streams over when we used to stream on YouTube, and he decided to join in back when we weren't very strict with who we would let in, which probably wasn't a good idea, to be honest. But Mr. Quacks turned out to be okay, and he built the house, and then we maybe didn't ever see him again. I'm going to try to go in chronological order. However, there is a lot to cover, so bear with me here. I'm going to try to make this video as short and concise as possible, but it may take a while. So the next thing I do want to show is Kelsey's starter base over here. It was a pink glazed terracotta and birch house. It honestly looks a little bit modern. But she's since moved out, and she also had a secret vault down there. She had a pretty nice farm going on. She used to sell kelp in the early days for food or fuel, and she had all of her animals here. But again, she's since moved out. She also built this, or she started this over here. I'm not really sure what that was going to be, but she's got her cow farm, and then I think the next thing that we did was move on to a sort of a shopping district. Oh, also Chris made this farm over here. And the shopping district didn't have much in it. It started with this shop, and I've since upgraded. But this is solid blocks. I sell random blocks, things that people might need, and I usually don't make a lot of sales, but that's okay. That's okay. I just sort of put extras that I don't really need. I'm going to go take a nap, and I'll see you in just a second. So this was the first shopping district. Kelsey had a food shop that she would sell food items. And let's see, Chris made these stables. Here's all of his animals that he left behind. And I used this for a long time to get wool, leather, feathers, anything that I might need. It was in there. We also have a rabbit farm. And this is a potion shop that Chris, he built. He never said any prices, and I wasn't sure exactly how to use it, but it's been pretty much rated. With that's just what happens when somebody leaves a server. I mean, what do you do with the items? That's something that we struggled to figure out. But here's the rocket shop. This was after we got Elytra, and I'm not really sure when we went to the end. It was at least a couple months after the server started. Around that time, I believe, we decided to build a capital, and mind you, this was still me, Kelsey, and Chris. And it stayed that way for a few months until Chris left. But since then, Kelsey's added on this big hall here, or whatever you want to call it. But this is our player hall at the moment, and it's got all of our armor stands. You have MrBeardstone, MrsBeardstone, Fire Frenzy, Siphon, Unheard, Kelsey, me, Jan, Lilo Gamer, Dr. Puncakes, McFlashy, Blackcbear. I don't think we're missing anybody in here as far as Season 1 goes. One thing that I forgot to show was my first auto farms. Now, I wasn't really a redstone whiz. I'm still not, but I really didn't know anything about it when starting out on this server. So what this does is you hit the button, it washes the produce away. Very simple. But it worked. It was a good little starter automatic farm. Now, my first big project was right here. I had a, let's see, I think it was a 12 furnace array. It had bamboo to keep it fueled, but I've since taken that down because it just wasn't that efficient. So I've replaced it with a pumpkin, melon, and sugarcane farm. I think around that time is when Chris left, and you know, I should remember all this, but he did leave, and then I remember the first thing that I worked on was this portal room. Until then, we had a portal down here by the swamp, and that was it. We had to walk down a hill, go in the portal. When we got back, we had to walk up a hill and walk all the way across this plains, and I had enough of that, so I built this portal with a nice quartz slabs, and then I had a really cool idea to put a hollow sphere at the bottom, or maybe like a bowl shape, and then have fading glass all the way down. Honestly, I don't think I made the fading glass deep enough, but it looks really cool. We have that red and black checkered pattern of carpet there. Yeah, so that was the starting days of the server right there. Moving on to sort of the once we got established things. This is Kelsey's house. It's a very nice house. This was the first like sort of big build that she did, and she did a really good job. She has these leaves and a nice water feature here. Plenty of cats, which are just the cutest things ever. She loves to save cats around the server. She's got her storage system and of course a bedroom up here. Really nice one. She's got a really nice, I'm not really sure what style of bed frame you call that, and she's got her stables down here. Got some, I think she's got them all named and such. I don't think I'll go through them, but oh yeah, there they are in the signs. She also built a crafting hall, or maybe it's a crafting guild, but it's just a place for, it was just a starting place with all the crafting tables and such. Which was really nice. It came in handy most times, for me at least. Oh, one thing I forgot to show over in the capital is the giant map. Now, I never finished this, but you can see the shopping district. That needs to be updated. I'll show you why it needs to be updated here in a second. Here's spawn, here's my tower over here, which I will show you that in a little bit. But yeah, this is spawn. There's Blackcbear's bow and fishing rod shop. There's just so much to show. There's just so much to show. We're already at, what, 11 minutes? It'll probably be cut down to 9. That's just crazy. So the next thing that really happened, sorry, quick pit stop. This was Blackcbear's starter house. Now, Blackcbear was the first one to join after Chris left, and he was really the first outsider because, as you know, I know Kelsey and Chris in real life, and you know, it was just sort of a few friends, you know, building the server together, and Blackcbear was the first one to really join after I had decided that I really wanted to make this like an invite-only thing and get really serious about it. So I appreciated Blackcbear to join because I got turned down a few times by people who just didn't want to join. So I'm glad he gave us a chance, and I'm glad that we gave him a chance because he turned out amazing. He's done a lot of great things, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Moving on to the shopping district. Now, this was the first build here. This was Kelsey's shopping mall. You can get everything from food, chests and barrels, and this is mine Kia. You can buy furniture, you can buy a whole bedroom, you can buy just about anything. Torches, armor stands, paintings, flowers, you know, everything's in here, a little bit of everything. And it was, honestly, I think that was the first shop of Paperhats Season 1. Over here is Nordstrom. This is also Kelsey's shop. It's been since bought out pretty much, but it sold enchanted armor, and yeah, it was just enchanted armor. It was a really useful shop. I used it for the player hall over there, so I wouldn't have to make it because I didn't have villagers at the time. So this is the upstairs. We have, I think the first shop here was Lucci, and this never really opened, but it was just gonna sell golden armor exclusively. This is Books a Billion. This is my shop. I sell enchanted books, and ooh, look, a couple diamonds. That's awesome. Somebody needed some efficiency 5, I believe. Ooh, and silk touch. I wonder who bought that. But yeah, this was very lucrative for me. I probably made 100 diamonds over the course of this shop's life. This is Shelmet. It's Kelsey's enchanted turtle helmet shops, and I have one on as well, as you can see. I really like the look at them because it doesn't have that nose piece on there. I'm definitely going to get another turtle helmet in Season 2. This is Leather Vuitton. I've used this recently for armor stands, but it sells leather armor. And this is Blackbear's. Isn't it ironic? Iron shop. He sells tons of iron for what, 5 diamonds per stack of blocks. I mean, that's a great deal, I think. And I'll show you the iron farm that produces all that. It's actually crazy. So to be honest, I really don't know what the next shop was in the shopping district, so I'll just sort of go around and show you. This is my ocean shop. I'm pretty sure that this was the next one. I had an idea of like a globe, sort of like a fishbowl with 4 legs holding it up. And I sell, you know, prismarine, dark prismarine, sea lanterns, all the ocean blocks. This is MrBeardstone's, that's a lot of terracotta. Great name, by the way, but he sells all the terracottas. It's a very useful shop, especially recently for me with the palace over there at Diamond King Industries. Now, over here, walking into Sir Logs-a-Lot, it is a great sight here. He worked so long on this, and just to make the custom tree and the staircase work. But I mean, all this work for a log shop. So I mean, MrBeardstone's dedicated. And I forgot to mention, he he joined a few weeks after Blackcbear, I think, and he has done many, many great things. Honestly, most of you probably know Paperhats because of MrBeardstone, because he's getting pretty popular on Twitch. So if you haven't checked him out, go check him out, because his streams are amazing. And also go check out Blackcbear. I forgot to mention that. I meant to give some shout outs here to help other people, but that was Sir Logs-a-Lot. That's been very helpful to me. Over here we have the public garden pond thing that Kelsey made, and that is where the original dragon egg went. She put it right here in the middle, I believe. Or maybe that's an extra one because we had a little mishap with some data packs. But up here on this hill is our concrete shop. This is mine and Siphon112's concrete shop. He also streams on Twitch, so go look at him. Links are all in the description, by the way, so all you gotta do is go down there and click. But yeah, we sell all the colors of concrete, and you know, honestly, we don't have to make too much because a lot of people haven't been buying it lately, so that's a very recent shop though, so it may pick up. Over here in the middle, it's almost smack dab in the middle of the shopping district, is Siphon's blaze rod shop, and he's got one barrel full of blaze rods, and that was very helpful to me at one time. Now we have a really cool wither farm that also produces blaze rods, and I cannot wait to show you guys that. Over here is his library. It's called The Library, and he sells enchanted books as well. This was probably the first, actually, yeah, this was the first competition on Paperhats for the diamond competition. We all try to be the richest. To be honest, I don't really care much anymore, but that was definitely fun while it lasted. We have the XP castle. You can get your tools repaired, or you can buy Let's see. He never filled up the shulkers of enchantment bottles. Over here is Siphon's humble handyman shop. You can put in a request for just odd jobs that you'd like Siphon to complete, because he is the handyman. He will drain an ocean monument like he did for MrBeardstone, or he'll just craft up a bunch of stuff or go dig up some resources for you. Over here is Holy Ship. This is Beardstones and Blackbear's elytra and shulker box, if you have a license, of course, and free ender pearls. So I think I'm going to take a stack of those because nobody else ever takes them. But MrBeardstone did a great job with this. He recreated an inn ship in the overworld, and that's, I'm sure he looked up as a design, but if not, that is just simply amazing. Over here is the community head shop. We usually don't charge for anything in here, because this is just where you can dump your extra heads if you have any, and over here is where you can sell special heads if you do find a special one. Because we do have the data pack where it's called More Mob Heads, where pretty much every mob will give you a head if you you know, take the time to kill it enough. Over here is Unheard's coral shop, so totally coral, and he has the most interesting way ever of displaying prices. What he did was name custom armor stands, turn them invisible, so you can always just, if you're over here, you can turn around, see those prices, or if you're over here, you can always see those prices, and then there's never really a need to look in the chest or anything. So that's really creative, and honestly, I wouldn't have thought about that. So good on Unheard for doing that. That's amazing. Over here is Kelsey's redstone refinery. Siphon 112 use this. I have so much redstone, I usually just craft things, but I sometimes try to buy from Kelsey over here if it's some odd thing that I'm really not going to need anymore. So there's really no need of crafting a lot. So this is a useful store, very useful, and I know she has mined so much redstone throughout the season that she didn't really need it. And what is this up here? There's a bear head at the top of Kelsey's redstone shop. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. This is her honey shop, and this has been a very useful shop for me, at least, because honey blocks are just amazing. I used them over at my sugarcane farm that you'll see in a few. But yeah, honey is fun to farm. It's useful, and apparently you can make some diamonds off of, because she's probably made 20 diamonds off me. This is the shulker shack, the first shulker shop, or actually it's the only technical shulker shop on the server, and she did a super job with this shop, because I mean, it's a shulker with the little whatever it is inside of shulkers. I mean, it's very cute, to be honest. And yeah, you come over here, choose your shulker, you can take a free dye, and pay 8 diamonds, and you have yourself a shulker. It's a very nice shop. Right here is Shop Directs. This is Siphon's grindy shop that he has. You can buy full sets of enchanted armor. Here's one. You can buy all kinds of elytra. He has gone out, harvested elytra, enchanted them all. Enchanted tools, golden carrots, wool by the chestfuls. He hasn't restocked in a while. Enchanted bows, all the colors of glass. I mean, it's an amazing little mini mall he has going on here, and it's actually very useful. Over here is MrBeardstone's bane of existence over here, because he spent so many diamonds gambling. But what you do is you buy a license for 15 diamonds. You put 5 diamonds in. You get a random shulker, and then you can win some goods, or you can win some really bad shulker boxes. But at least you always get a shulker box now. And let's go to the front of the shopping district, because that got a lot of love here recently. So here we are. We decided to have a community project day where we went around connecting all the paths. MrBeardstone did some fancy terraforming, and we created an entrance to them all with like a nice little contemporary art piece, or whatever you want to call it. But we do have the spawn portal over here. This looks very nice. MrBeardstone wanted to do a modern build, and this really complements the whole shopping district, especially the mall, because it just matches the style so perfectly. This is the map that I was talking about. MrBeardstone went around, well, it was mostly Beardstone. He went around naming banners and made sure that all of our shops were on the map. So that's really cool, actually. That's really cool. I'm glad he did that because that looks amazing. You come over here and just see where all the shops are, and pretty much from the names you can always tell what they sell. So over here is Squinks. I am terrified of this build. MrBeardstone built it, and honestly, I will never understand the inspiration. It's you know, I mean, it's a dead squid on land sideways, and you go inside of it to buy the ink. You know, but hey, it's been a very useful shop for me lately. I've spent over a stack of diamonds now in the past 3 days there, so that's amazing. Over here is Battle Banners. This is Kelsey's banner shop. She will do custom banners, or she has some pre-made banners that you can just come over here and pick up, but she does a really good job with them. She's experimented a lot, and she knows quite a bit about banners. Over here is Shooty Bang Bangs. This was a build that I was quite proud of, but I didn't build the rocket, however. MrBeardstone built the rocket. Anything that you see above land, MrBeardstone did. What I did was the redstone back here. What you do is put in a diamond, and I was really proud of this. You put in a diamond, it checks to see if you did put in a diamond. Anything else won't work. And then when you do that, you'll get 4 stacks of rockets exactly shot up through this bubble elevator right here. And it was a really cool design. It was honestly inspired by Iskall, one of Iskall's redstone machines or something. But I worked out all the logic myself, and I'm really proud of that. I'm very proud of that. So coming through the nether, what I did was I rebuilt what is on the overworld in here, and it's been demolished quite a bit. That is a little bit scary right there. Somebody's gonna fall there. I need to fix that. I am gonna clean this up before the end of the season, but yeah, I decided to put the nether hub in the nether as well as the overworld, just, you know, sort of make it feel like you made the entire structure travel to the nether. That's really cool. But the thing that was the first like notable creation in the nether was this over here, this tunnel. This was made by MrBeardstone, as you can tell, because it's just amazing. He did a dark oak forest. This was the starter base over here. He did a dome and a little nice house, and I'll show you that in just a minute. What I'm going to go show you though is my personal base, because that happened before any of the others could make a base. So this is my personal nether hub. Here we have the desert, the industrial desert. We have my tower, and this is Jan's house. I'm gonna go to my tower and show you what I got going on over here. Coming into the base here, it's just a big room with a super smelter. You can see the video on that. I have a water elevator that goes all the way up to the top. And there's not much up here, to be honest. There's just a room. And even more honestly, the only functional level is the second one right here. So what I've got going on here is I have an auto sorter. You put your items up here in this chest, and it auto sorts. And it's just a few items. I don't really use it much anymore. But I've got overflow, a few furnaces if I just need to smelt a few things. And around the base I have a mine shaft, which is very cool. It auto sorts the precious stuff from, you know, the worthless stuff that's over here. This is what it looks like when you come into the mine shaft. This is the chest that I just dump all my stone in, and it delivers it up there to auto sort. This is a 3x3 piston door made by the great Mumbo Jumbo that I just put in there because, uh-oh, I think I just broke it. Oh, no, I didn't break it. Okay. But yeah, my plan was to keep it very organized and just go down a tunnel, but I discovered haste 2, and I've just cleared out everything. So that's honestly made me more diamonds, so I'm happy with that. Over here is the rocket making factory. We have a gunpowder shulker box dispenser. As soon as you run out of gunpowder, it gives you a new shulker box of gunpowder. Over here is where it just stores all of the rockets. If I need to go restock the shops, I can just pick up a shulker box and go with it. And this is where you dump all your rockets, and it sends it up this tube and sorts it out for you. This is my sugarcane farm. I used honey blocks and slime blocks, and it's just a simple farm really, but it's pretty efficient. So coming over here to Jan's house, actually, she's done a lot of great things. My favorite thing is the sword, and there is a creeper right there, so we'll avoid him. But she's done a really nice job. She is the newest member of, the second newest member of Paperhats, so that's very cool. But her house is honestly great, and I'm gonna get away from that creeper. Far, far away. Oh, there's two creepers. Creepers love her house. But yeah, she's done a really good job so far, and I like the way that's looking. I've been enjoying having a neighbor. Walking over this bridge towards the other side of that desert hill, I guess you could say. It's been shaved lately. Coming through this tunnel, you can see my industrial district. I have a failed squid farm over here that never worked at all, because honestly I never finished it. Over here was my creeper farm that I used for a long time before MrBeardstone way outdid me, but it was never that, you know, efficient anyway, so it's all good. I have another sugarcane farm and a bamboo farm, chorus fruit farm, nether wart, and some weird tree farm that I thought would be a good idea, but I need to get rid of those floating trees. There's also a hidden slime farm down here somewhere, but it does produce quite a bit of slime. I haven't AFK'd over here, so that's why that amount is so low. So coming back through the nether here, we're going to get in a boat and we're going to go to Blackbear's base. So coming through Blackbear's base, the first thing you see is this mega iron farm. This was a design by Nimbon, and it produces about 4,800 iron per hour. Now, the thing to note is he only has this at half power, but he's been able to make so much iron that we'll never need iron again. So that's really cool. That was one of his first projects here, was that. So that's a great, I think, third project to take on, just joining the Paperhats server. I'm not going to show anything that he hasn't already showed, so just to prevent spoilers. But yeah, basically this is his island. He started out with all the mega farms and stuff, and there's really not much been happening as of now. So there's not much to see here, but the iron farm is the important one to note. He's got some starter stuff over there, but I'm not really sure how much he wants me to show. So I'm just gonna go to the somewhere else. So the next thing on the list is Beardstone's. Well, I've just completely messed up that path there. Was Beardstone's starter house down here. Now, for a starter house, this is absolutely amazing. I could not do this for a starter house. This is like an in-game part of a base to me. But he never really did an interior much because he didn't live here for very long. But he did have a decent storage system. He has a zombie spawner down there. He has an egg farm. A little bit of a super smelter, I believe. Blackbear lived in here for a while. Yeah, it's a humble little base, and honestly, it looks great for a starter base. It's one of my favorite builds on this server. Coming down the tunnel here that you may have seen earlier, this is the Christmas district. So this was a really cool project. This was a Christmas castle, or, you know, Christmas, yeah, like castle that I was trying to build. Unfortunately, I was in a car accident before I actually got to finish this, so it's a little bit unfinished. It's just because I had no desire to play this game at the time that I was, you know, just getting out of the hospital and stuff. But if you look at it from here, it looks finished because it's got the two towers, and it just looks amazing. I mean, I really did a good job, I think, with this place, and it could have been so much better. But, you know, things happen, but I'm proud of what I did. Over here is Kelsey's... Not really sure what she calls it, but it's like a resort where you can come in and stay. It's got a nice spruce tree, a fireplace, and a few rooms to stay. Down here is the lag machine, as I call it, because it will lag the server. Well, it doesn't really lag now with Optifine. But Blackcbear made a Christmas tree with working Christmas lights, which is awesome. This was his Christmas special. And I think the build was really cool. He really made unstripped birch work. And it is a gingerbread house, so that's pretty awesome. Here's Kelsey's dollar horse that she got, that she built using pixel art. Or it's her pixel art dollar horse. I can't speak. I've been talking for so long now. This was my first custom tree that I ever did. And I think it turned out great. I did some roots. You know, now I'm thinking I could have done a lot better. But, you know, what are you going to do? It was my first tree. I decorated a little bit. It doesn't look that great, but I'm proud that I got so much done on that Christmas castle, to be honest. I don't even worry about that. Also, we have a snow mound nether portal. Next up, we have the end. This is the tunnel leading from the Christmas District tunnel. This is our end portal. It's nothing fancy. Next season I plan on decorating it a little bit, but it's only about 1,500 blocks away from spawn, I think, so it wasn't that bad to get here. Spawning in, I made this safety bridge here, and there's absolutely nothing to see here. It's honestly a mess. This is it right here as I float down. Now, this used to be a design by Nimbon that I made. It was the Ender Mini, or whatever he calls it. Nimbon calls it. And it was like 60,000 XP per hour. Siphon honestly didn't like the fact that you had to hit them more than once. So what he did was make it a one-hit kill, and he did a little bit to the spawning platform, and it's honestly very efficient. It's probably a little bit more than 60,000 XP now, to be honest, because it is one-hit kill and they spawn in so fast. So next thing coming down the Christmas tunnel is Unheard's base. Now, this base is very special, and you'll see why. This whole thing that you see here was dug out by Mr. Unheard, and he did so much work to get this place, like, cleared out, but his base is looking amazing. Again, I'm not sure how much he actually wants me to show, but this is basically everything I've showed on stream. He's got custom armor stands of me and Kelsey. He's got MrBeardstone, and this is my favorite one, MrBeardstone helping Bear throw a coin into the wishing well. And it's honestly just such a crazy base. I couldn't imagine digging out this big of a hole in the ground. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what he did here. So, good job, Unheard. And also, brilliant idea with the banners to make a 3-monitor desktop computer. That's just awesome. I love that little detail there. Next up, flying over here, this is Lil O Gamer's base. He didn't work on it too much, or he hasn't worked on it in a while. But it is a pretty cool concept. He's got he's just got a few of these long corridors, and I believe what it's supposed to be is like a containment chamber, and you walk through here. But the my favorite part of the base is he made a special part of the base for me and Kelsey over here to decorate, which I never did, but I'm definitely going to. I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten. I'm going to decorate the inside of this pretty soon, and he's got a nice little bridge over here. Right here is Siphon's base. He's got a really cool dragon over here. He's got all of his farms. He's got some really cool farms. He's got, oh wait, no, this is a super smelter. Yeah, that's right. This is a super smelter. I believe it's Iskow's design, but it's amazing. I believe it's a 64 furnace smelter. That's really cool. It's got a zero-tick bamboo farm, 2 zero-tick bamboo farms to keep it filled, and I've never actually went in here. I assume it's fine for me to go in here. Okay, never mind. I'm looking in here, so it looks like there's 2 carpets there. I'm pretty sure you have to throw an item in there, and then it lets you in there, but that's okay. I will get that on the second server tour before the season ends, but that's a really cool build, Siphon. I remember you building that on stream, and you were definitely able to pull that off, man. That looks awesome. Next up, we have my favorite project on the server so far. This right here is my Guardian farm. I cleared this ocean monument out the old-fashioned way with sand, no sponges, and it took over 70,000 sand. I made like a little zero-tick pusher that did a 12 by 12 area each time, and it took over 25 hours to drain this place out. And this is where I sort of want to give a special thanks, because this was where not many members were on the server at all, I don't think. I think Blackcbear might have been on the server for a while, but we had someone who was our #1 fan. Actually, a couple people. First one was FarmGirlLaura. I'll leave her link in the description here, but she watched every one of the streams, and she was right there with me through those 70,000 pieces of sand. Also, I do want to give a special thanks to Glitch Gaming. He does a lot of Bedrock Redstone. So if you are a Bedrock player and you need some help with Redstone, go over to his channel. His link will be in the description as well. But this was by far my favorite project on the server, because the YouTube channel grew a lot. We had a couple new people, you know, sort of join the community. Not server members, but just people who enjoyed the content of Paperhats and everything. But I do have auto-sorted storage. You can see I have a lot of crystals here. And it's honestly a pretty good XP grinder. It's not as good as other things on the server, but if I need prismarine, I can come over here and repair my tools while getting the supplies that I need. So hopefully now you can sort of see a progression of projects here. We started out as just me and Kelsey and Chris, not really knowing a whole lot. And then now we're doing mega projects such as that Guardian farm, and you're about to see the most amazing community project ever. It's not our design, but we are very proud of it. Let me get over there. It's quite far away. So this is it, coming through the little tunnel there, and Siphon and Beardstone and Blackcbear and Kelsey and I think Unheard did a really good job of slabbing. They did over 70,000 slabs to spawn proof this entire area. It's 128 by 128 area, slabbed off, and it's a little bit hard to get to. Let me show you how this thing works. Now, this is a design by Nimbon as well, but basically what it does is it takes a bunch of flying machines and it rakes off the nether mobs. So you get pigmen, you get endermen sometimes, especially wither. This is a wither farm above anything else. And it's very efficient. It's an amazing XP grinder, and I won't use this for too long. Let me switch that off. But it's just such an awesome farm. It took us about 3 days with all of us working on it, and I hope to have one of these in Season 2 fairly soon. A lot sooner than we did on this season. But because of that farm, we have unlimited blaze rods, unlimited bones, unlimited coal, unlimited gold, and unlimited wither skulls for beacons. So that farm is absolutely just crazy. It's got like I think over 40,000 items drop per hour, and since we spawn proof the area, that number is actually absolutely correct as long as nobody's really on, or if we're all at the farm. One thing I forgot to show off at spawn is the expo hall. We actually use this area quite a bit. This is Kelsey's competition hall, and what she does is every season or every holiday she'll have a competition for the best room. The last one was St. Patrick's Day, so we had a lot of rainbows, gold, green, you know, St. Patrick's Day colors and all. There's a couple Valentine's Day still in here where people just haven't collected their stuff. But this is really fun. I have a lot of fun when she does this, and there's a chance to win some diamonds or other cool things. Also, when I was mentioning Farm Girl earlier, I honestly forgot to include this. You can't see now, but there's a chicken in there named Farm Girl, and she requested to have a chicken named after her, so Farm Girl will forever live in here with apparently 2 other chickens. I'm not sure how they got in there, but yeah, that's where Farm Girl is. Yeah, there's a sign, Farm Girl. Yeah, that's just one of those weird, not weird, but one of those unusual things that you can see throughout the server. Also, the Orb of Confusion. I put that there very early on in the season. I forgot little bits and bobs like that when I was over here. Also, back off here behind the spruce forest at spawn, Kelsey has moved up in the world since she built that other house. She has a, let's see if I can get in here, a bee honey factory. This was her first bit of redstone she's ever done, and she did a good job. It works, I suppose. Now, flying over the hill across the river here, this is Fire Frenzy's mansion, and it looks just amazing in here. It's big. He's got his diamond pile over there. He's got a really cool courtyard, and I mean it's just amazing. I'm not sure if he's doing a roof there, if that's supposed to be open. I bet that's supposed to be a roof. He's not done with it yet, but that's just so cool. It looks great, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when he's done with it. Oh, when I was looking for this, Kelsey has made just a mega apiary. It's got so many bees in here. She can come in here and just manually collect all the honey and honeycombs that she wants, and it's really cool. She's very proud of this one in particular. Flying back close to the shopping district, and right over there is where I do want to show you. That's second to last thing, I think. But this is Kelsey's cat sanctuary. I mentioned earlier that she does love to save cats on the server here. And this is where a lot of the excess cats go here. And if somebody wants one, they can come by and, I guess, lead it up. But I'm not sure if that'll work since they're all tamed by Kelsey. Right over here is Viking King Industries. This is Kelsey's company here on the server, and she's done a really good job of interior decorating here. She's got the really the naturey modern look, and she's got it decorated all the way up to the top here. Yeah, so this is her personal office, and she's pointing, demanding things over here, Boss Kelsey, and then she's got some statues to honor herself over here. So that's really cool. I like this office. Alright, and the next thing that I need to show, this is gonna be Diamond King Industries. This is my company. We love diamonds and nothing else, and this is the archway, and I included some of my profits in the build here just to give you a little glimpse of what's about to happen. Now, the first thing that you'll notice coming over here is that giant palace, and that I'm not going to show you that. There will be a video next week with me putting the details on that. And that's not even anywhere close to being finished. But this is my villager hall, or villager center that I use to stock my bookshop up with. Over here in the archway, the first thing that I built here was this wall, and I had never done a wall this big. Nor have I done any terraforming, so this is all just new territory to me. So when you walk in, you see this house. This is actually a villager curing system, and I've really hidden the redstone really nicely. So what you do is hit the button, and a villager pops through. You hit this button, and he should come over here, and yep, comes over here, and then you can cure him and then send him on his merry way out here, or you can break the wall over here and send him that way. I haven't cleaned this up just yet. Over here to the left is my blacksmith station. I did have a villager in here called Jeremy, but he has since gone missing. I'll have to find it. I think I've seen him walking around over here, so I think I know where he is. Over here to the right is my storage room. I've got a nice chandelier, my diamond vault. I think there's 73 blocks in there. Yeah, 73 blocks in there. This is my storage. There's 10 double chests for each item. It's all sorted. Potatoes, carrots, all the things that you could use for trading. 10 double chests of sugar cane. And I was going to include a mob farm, but I think I might have to abandon that project. That's just a little bit too big for how late we are in the season. I've got the pumpkin farm, the zero-tick sugarcane farm, which is not going to be a thing in 1.16. So the way that this little city is laid out, you walk up over here, you walk over this, or you walk through this path here, and you have two directions. You can go over the palace, which I'm not going to show you, This is going to be a sanctuary type thing when I get to it. Or you can come over here to the ledge, and this is where most of the terraforming has come into play. What I did was I included those pipes for decoration, but this is a ledge that you can come over here, and you can access the upper part of the city. There's going to be a garden there, and then houses and a marketplace fitted into the side of the mountain. And then this path down here takes you to the lower part of the city. This is going to be mostly residential, I think. Or I may put villagers here too. This will be maybe my trading hall. But I will tell you that the palace is going to be Diamond King headquarters. And I'm just going to make it look like nice. Most likely won't have a function, but it's such a cool build. I've never done anything that big. Alright guys, so we are now flying to the last destination of the tour, and if you've gotten this far, I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I do want to go ahead and thank you for all the support that you guys have given us, all of us Paperhats members, and it's just been such a blast. I can tell you the season is not over. There's still a lot of projects to be done. I just had a lot of people asking for a server tour, so I figured I'd go ahead and do just a quick one, and I will do as long as it takes. I will go through absolutely everything before the season ends, and give you a full picture of the server. But let me get to this last destination, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so this next thing that I'm about to show you is probably what most people know about the Paperhats server, to be honest. And that is MrBeardstone's base. This is just crazy. I mean, it is just crazy. This is an ocean monument, drained out, a whole bunch of the ocean, drained out, turned into a jungle biome. He's got a logging station, he's got mushroom houses, just everything over here. He has put so much time into this, it is unbelievable. And he's done this in a matter of maybe a couple months. I mean, he just moved so fast. This is his storage system, absolutely crazy. I would honestly say it's probably at least half of all blocks of Minecraft. I mean, it's just amazing what he's done. He's got all his valuables here in the floor, some junk. He's got almost all the heads, I think, or he may have all the heads. I don't know. But just walking around this place, it is just absolutely amazing. I'm not going to walk around and show you every little detail. He has just recently released a video, and I will have that link down in the description as well, but he does show everything that he's done over here in this little area specifically. He's shown other parts like Port Beardsley, which we're going to go see in just a second, but go watch his video. It's such amazing. It's so amazing, and he gives a bit of a channel update and see where he's going, and it's just awesome what he's accomplished over here. Next up, we're gonna go to Port Beardsley, wherever that is. So I found the right way over here. Over here is Port Beardsley. The first thing that he did, if I remember correctly, is the tavern over here. He's got a wandering trader being thrown out the window. This is a really cool place. He's got all of the members pretty much over here. He's got Poor Bear. He's got Siphon. Me and Kelsey over here. He's got the Steampunk Brothers with MrBeardstone handing them a drink. Llama's throwing the Wandering Trader out. He's got a villager deal going down over here. Unheard, sneaky Unheard over here. And yeah, it's just amazing. He's gotten really good at armor stands, and his interior work is just simply amazing. Over here is his potion brewing shop. It's really cool. It's over the top for one brewer, but what you can do is click a button for whatever you want. It goes to this machine, and yeah, it's it's very cool. That was a very bad way of explaining it, but I believe those are just for decoration. Or maybe he's added more since then. I don't know, but it's a cool looking build. Everything that he builds just looks so awesome. This is a super smelter. You've seen this in one of my videos, but I believe it's a 36 furnace super smelter, and I've done quite a bit of work to it. Just getting it up to par with fueling and loading, so it's a little bit easier to work. Flying over here is Twin Lakes. This is his villager trading place, and he's got the clothing shop. He's got what is this? This is the what are these guys? Oh, the yeah, fishermen. That's where the fishermen are. He's got some markets out here. He's got a really cool crane. That took him absolutely forever. He's got a curing system down there that I built. And then the library's amazing. Yeah, look at this place. It's huge. It's awesome. Everything that MrBeardstone does is just awesome. He's put so much work into the server, and this is his blacksmithing area. There's how many people do you need to blacksmith products? But you know, hey, whatever, man. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Well, guys, that honestly concludes our server tour. There's really not much else to look at without, you know, just getting into the details about everything, and I feel like I should do that at the end of the season. I'm sure there's a lot of big things that I missed, and I'm sure the other members of the server will point that out to me after the fact, but just remember there is another one coming at the end of the season. Guys, today, I really appreciate you for sticking around if you've gotten to this point. I know this is so long of a video, and honestly, it took me so long to record this. So guys, hit that like button if you like what you see, and if you want to be notified on the next video, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, join the Discord, join in on the Paperhats conversation, go follow everyone else on the Paperhats server, go follow FarmGirl on YouTube. She does, she's a Bedrock Minecrafter. Go check out Glitch Gaming. He does Bedrock Redstone. Guys, y'all have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever. I will see you next time. Remember to hit that like button, and thank you again so much for watching.